Hey guys, it's Arcus666 and we're back right after the last episode. So in this episode we're gonna go through the swamp and find the Dark Forge, obtain the Dark Reaver, so that we can in turn obtain the Light Reaver and get fucking the time streaming device. Yeah, basically in here to progress we need to follow these crystals. This area can be easy to get lost, but thankfully I played this game so many times that I know this shit back to back, you know? You guys can fuck yourselves. Yeah, one curiosity in this place is that we have this statue of the Elder God, and this is the only known representation of the Elder God, you know, because supposedly no one has ever seen him. So the fact that this is here means that at least someone has to have seen him at one point, you know. Since it's also so close to him, it also means that he might be hiding something here, you know, because he always throws himself in very important places, try to hide something. You know, he was in the Spirit Forge in Defiance, he was in the Lake of the Dead, trying to hide the Lost City, basically. Or maybe he destroyed the Lost City, I don't know, that was never explained. And then he's also here at the bottom of the pillars, because as you guys saw, the pillars extend even down further into the earth, and the Elder God is right on top of that. So maybe there is a hidden chamber beneath that hidden chamber, you know.
I surfaced into a very different landscape.
You light my jump.
The daylight barely penetrated the dense canopy of this forest. Here I discovered an ancient ruin, unmistakably one of Mobius's time-streaming chambers, but long ago sealed and abandoned to the encroaching swamp. I didn't currently possess the means to break this seal, but I thought in time that I might.
Yeah, in time you will be able to break that door. Basically, to break that door, we need the... What the fuck is happening? We need the Reaver, and we only obtain that in the future, after we get the Light Reaver, so yeah, I'll be coming back here later. And yeah, I'm not even noticing my health, need to start paying attention. I'm gonna kill some of them with the blade. Yeah, now we're gonna discover who's been watching us. And it's Vorador.
So, my lurking observer was exposed. The creature vanished when he realized he was discovered, but I caught a glimpse of him, and his features were distinctive enough. This was the vampire Vorador, the monstrous assassin depicted in the stronghold. Strange that a creature brazen enough to assault the circle single-handedly would avoid confronting me. Very well. If Vorador would not come to me, I would go to him. But first, I needed to find some means of reaching that terrace.
Yeah, that basically is the terrace of the Dark Forge. That's where we're gonna need to be. We're gonna need to go. Let's kill this motherfucker. Give me some health. Just that. For the love of God, man. And yeah, if you guys notice, when you're on the water of the swamp, Raziel is very slow. So the only way to walk on that, for now, the best thing to do is avoid it completely. But the only way to walk on that normally is to have the Reaver. So when we have the Reaver, we'll be able to you know, run inside the water. But now this happens, so we need to avoid it by jumping around. Fuck you. We have a save point over here, but I'm gonna ignore it because obviously I'm recording and if I fuck up something I have to play the game all over again until that point, so you know. Yeah, in this era the guys are very weak and they don't block a lot, but as the game progresses the humans are actually gonna be blocking a lot, which sometimes is irritating, but yeah.
There appeared to be a passage here, leading northward into the mountains. The opening, however, was obstructed and too high for me to reach. Perhaps later I would find the means to bypass these obstacles.
Bro, how the fuck is the opening obstructed, man? You mean you don't fit through that little hole? I mean that big hole, but yeah. One thing is that you can climb, that's for sure, but saying that the way is obstructed because of that tree? Come on. Yeah, I'm gonna leave this. Fucking shit. And here is Dark Forge.
My lurking friend was nowhere to be seen, but I found these ruins even more intriguing. I recognized these arcane symbols from the chamber beneath the pillars, and realized that this shrine, too, was sealed to all but the bearer of the Reaver.
Yeah, only you can get inside, Brazil. Although this game makes us do really long puzzles and they have really elaborate, you know, temples to obtain the Reavers. And the Reavers are not even permanent, you know. In Defiance you get permanent Reavers and the temples are much shorter. So yeah. Fucking shit. Yeah, sometimes we have some lag spikes whenever the game loads a new area. So yeah, we're getting inside the Dark Forge. We're gonna have to complete a little puzzle over here. For now, we have to go to the Spectral Realm, obviously, to cross this fucking shit. Yeah, and go, fucking go away. We need to go over here to the right. Yeah, we're gonna need to get that plate, but for now it's too high for us to reach, so we're gonna have to find another way to get in there. So for the people that play the game in the first time, you know, obviously they get in here and they think, what the fuck do I have to do? But yeah, you guys need to go back and then climb one of these walls. You can be either one, you know. Kill this motherfucker.
Throughout this ancient shrine, murals depicted the winged race, and the apocalyptic war against their mysterious and equally inhuman adversaries. These winged beings, it seemed, were not only the architects of the pillars, but of this enigmatic place as well. And just as in the pillar's chamber, this shrine was adorned throughout with imagery of the Reaver, depicted with the reverence of a holy icon.
Yeah. Yeah, we have the Ultra Instinct mummies now, which are very weak mummies that just shoot projectiles, but apparently they have very good kung fu skills, so you can dodge every attack, you know. Yeah, this is the main room of the Dark Forge. We test the Reaver altar over there. Basically, to complete it, we need to find that plate to put it in there. And to do that, we need to go to the left and to the right to complete the two halves of the puzzle, you know. It's a quick one, it's not very long. The other forgers are longer. The Fire Forge, which is the last one, is actually the shortest, but the Light Forge and the Air Forge are pretty long. Okay, no souls over here. Okay, I have to fight this motherfucker. Fuck you, bro. Another one. I fucking hate these guys. Yeah, now that we're on the Theory Realm, we're gonna need to go back up there. And basically we're gonna have to create a shadow with a pillar. And I remember when I was a kid getting stuck in this place for a long time, and I had to go to the internet just to be able to proceed further, you know. But yeah, basically we need to position this pillar in the middle. And then rotate this light thing towards the pillar. And we'll create a reflection which we can walk. Yeah, I got stuck here when I was a kid for like a good 2 hours, you know, and I had to go to the internet. And I have to find like a written guide to be able to fucking progress, but yeah. Okay, we need to shoot this thing with the Reaver so that it opens the light. Then we need to rotate it to the hole that's towards us. Like so. Now we're... Okay, this is not the plate, this is the other part. Yeah, we just need to rotate this dial so that the light hits the hole. And then we need to position the plate over there. So now to get the plate, we're gonna have to go to the other side of the forge. This is the left side. Guys. Fucking annoying piece of shit. We have the Ultra Instinct mummies over here. What's up, bro? Fuck you. Stop dancing around. Yeah, over here in this room we're gonna find our first steroid slua, which is what I call him, you know, these big motherfuckers. But yeah, just ignore them. Go back into the material realm over here. And yeah, as you noticed, that lowers in the material realm, so we need to climb on top of that and return it back into the spectral realm. Yeah, fuck all of you guys. Yeah, right now we turn back into the spectral realm. We'll be able to jump onto the next part. Yeah, another mummy. The key shield, which we need to open the door. Yeah, normally these doors always have the Reaver symbol, so that's basically the dark Reaver symbol. And over here we need to complete a similar puzzle to before. I mean, I think we need to open the door, the hole in the ceiling again. Yeah. And now, yeah, the pillar is over here. And now just rotate this thing. And that will open that path. Now to to go in that path, we need to jump over on top of this thing, this pillar, you know, and then long jump to there. And we're gonna reach the plate now. So yeah, right now, don't be like my cousin. When I was playing with my cousin, he was so with lack of concentration that he fell down here, you know, and I have to go all the way again to get in here, you know. So just grab this and don't fall off, please. Gonna spare yourself some frustration, some white hairs, you know. Just grab it and yeah, go to this door. To get inside this door, from this side we need the plate. And now all we need to do is position the plate, and the process will begin. And activating the forge, you know, we'll obtain the Dark Reaver, and all our health will also go up. So that's going to be useful, more health. So yeah, now all we need to do is go get the Reaver.
As I neared the altar, I suddenly felt the Reaver quickening of its own volition. Just as in William's chapel, the balance of power tangibly shifted. Voracious and willful, the Soul Reaver was now in control, and I, merely its helpless puppet. The Reaver plunged itself into that mysterious altar, and devouring the energy that emanated from within, drained this place of its power. Thus sated, the Reaver released me, and I realized as I recovered control that these ancient shrines were forges, each purpose-built to enhance the Reaver with elemental power.
So yeah, now we have the Dark Reaver, which has a cool sound effect. And now our health is a little bit higher. Basically, the Dark Reaver has the ability to create like shadow bridges and also blind sentry eyes. Also was planned to have the ability to make me invisible like in Defiance, but
Now
it
I
was never
understood the
implemented.
purpose of the mysterious basins I had seen throughout my journey. They were elemental fonts, each attuned to a fundamental essence. When I forged the blade, every font in Nosgoth with the same elemental attunement was simultaneously quickened. The Reaver's enhancements were never permanent, but these fonts enabled me to re-imbue the blade by bathing it in the elemental energy distilled therein.
So yeah, basically these are the Reaver fonts, and every time Raziel activates a forge, all the fonts corresponding to the same element in Nosgoth activate. So basically in this game the Reavers are not permanent. If you go to the Spectral Realm, you lose the Reaver, you know, so you have to basically re-imbue them in these fonts. So yeah, now we're gonna need to go back all the way to the Southern Lake.
Concentric circles, one eclipsing the other. I recognized this symbol from the door sealing that other ancient shrine, the one I had seen in the lake outside the Sarafan stronghold. Perhaps now, armed as I was with the elemental power of darkness, I could return and gain entry.
Yeah. Now we're gonna have to go to the Light Forge, but we're gonna leave that net of onyx. Fucking shit. You cannot even talk. We're gonna leave that to the next fucking episode, you know? Fuck you, mummies. Now we're gonna have a little talk with Vorador. Vorador is gonna question Raziel on his purpose. And Raziel is gonna be like, what the fuck are you talking about?
You're a ragged excuse for a savior.
Vorador.
I see my reputation precedes me.
It does.
All good, I hope? I've been watching you since you emerged from that accursed stronghold. Strange that your arrival coincides with the corruption of the Pillars. But I'm wondering, are you the catalyst of these events? Or the answer to them?
I don't know what you mean.
I will speak plainly then. I distrust your origins, stranger. Seeing you crawl from the putrid depths of Mobius's keep makes me question your purpose here. And what should I make of your appearance? Not human, clearly, and more demon than vampire. And the Pillars. It is no mere coincidence that your arrival in that clearing heralded the Pillars' decay. And so I ask you plainly, are you the instrument of the Pillars' destruction or their salvation?
Neither.
Very well. Let us look at the other side of the coin. I have followed your journey and watched as you blithely unlocked secrets that have been sealed and forbidden for thousands of years. The path you have been treading is open to only one being. You don't know what you are, do you?
I have been many things. If you find me ignorant, enlighten me.
What's the point? This world is beyond redemption. Let the human cattle have it.
I would expect better than meek capitulation from you.
Centuries of persecution have taught me well. 500 years ago, our race was nearly exterminated by the fanatical crusades of the Sarafan. And now the same sick drama unfolds again. In merely a decade, Mobius's cutthroat citizen army has nearly accomplished what the Seraphan could not. Vampires meddling in the affairs of men. Look where it's brought us.
What am I to make of these secrets I've uncovered, then? The depictions of the winged race, the pillars, and the Reaver.
Fairy tales, boy. The delusions of an ancient culture clinging to hope long after the world had discarded them. Their bloodline trickled away, until only one of the ancients remained, sustained solely by obligation and his unfaltering faith in the old prophecies. But you see, even if you are who you appear to be, it no longer matters. You're simply too late. Janos Audron, the Reaver Guardian, the last of the ancients, and my maker, was murdered by the Seraphan nearly 5 centuries ago. He alone would have the answers you seek, but his secrets died with him. I don't know how you've come even this far without his guidance, or without the Reaver, stolen these 500 years ago by the Seraphan. I'm afraid, my friend, that you and all of us are out of luck.
I had no less reason to trust Vorador than anyone else I had met. In fact, the ancient vampire was the most forthright being I had encountered thus far. If Janos Audron was the key to all this, then I would find him, and Mobius's time-streaming device would provide me passage. But first, I had to find a way back into the stronghold, and I suspected I would find the means within the lake's mysterious shrine.
Yeah, that's where we need to go. So yeah, now don't make the mistake of jumping to the left, you know, or else you're gonna go around all the way. Q. Fuck you, die. Fucking die already. Finally. Let's see if we can devour the soul from here. I don't think we can. It's too far. Hey, maybe we can. Come on, come on, come on. Come on, bitch. So yeah, no, don't make the mistake of going left because you're gonna go all the way around. Just go right and you're back to the beginning of the swamp. So now I'm just gonna go back to the subterranean ruins. I think we're gonna have a scene with the Elder Gods. And then next episode we're gonna go back to the Southern Lake and get the Light River and then get inside the Serpent Stronghold again. To go back in time supposedly. But Mobius is gonna fuck us basically, that's all I say. Almost there. Gonna have to deal with these fucking annoying shades again. Just gonna ignore them. Yeah, you can all fuck yourselves. Yeah, instead of going down all the way, you guys can just jump over here. It's faster. Okay, now we're back over here.
my wayward child returns.
Having unearthed more than you'd like, I suspect. What am I to make of these ruins that litter the land, and these images here in this chamber?
Merely the deceits of a failed civilization. You are being misled, Raziel. This ancient race hoped to manipulate the future with these scrawled misdirections. You must tread carefully. There are dark forces at work in this world, bent on subverting your true destiny.
I have no doubt of that. The question is, am I in their presence right now?
Yes, yes.
Your arrogance will spell your demise, Raziel. Deny my will, and the arc of your destiny will reach a sudden conclusion.
Your threats are unmoving. Even now, I'm beyond your reach.
My reach is longer than you realize. This is a very dangerous game you're playing, Raziel.
Yeah, fuck you, man. So yeah, guys, I'm gonna end the episode right here, and hope you guys have enjoyed. See you guys on the next one, which will be getting the light Reaver. And see you guys on the next episode. I'm out.